In every thriving community, there are people and organizations working quietly to build something lasting. Something that creates opportunity, supports sustainability, and brings real value to everyday life. 5,000 Farms is one of those powerful initiatives.
My name is Ken Reed. I'm the Executive Director of 5,000 Farms. We're a Christian nonprofit farm dedicated to growing quality produce to increase food security in Atlantic Canada, while also at the same time growing kingdom connections and promoting the gospel of Jesus Christ. We achieve this in a twofold way with our mission. One is to create purpose-driven connections and to provide hope. That's through volunteers and people that come alongside to support the mission, while obviously promoting the most important part, which is Jesus. And of course, we do that secondly through growing food. And we grow food as a farm, fully mechanized farm, and donate 100% of that output to address a growing crisis here in Canada and this province around food insecurity. And today, for example, in Canada, over 10 million Canadians are facing acute food insecurity. It's worse here in Atlantic Canada. New Brunswick alone, 28.2, I think, percent of Atlantic or New Brunswickers face severe food insecurity. I think 20% of that are seniors and 34% are children. So our mission is, I think, growing in importance to help offset that as much as possible with fresh produce and protein.
At its core, 5,000 Farms is more than a farming operation. It's a vision rooted in growth, empowerment, and community impact. Through agriculture and innovation, it's creating pathways for sustainability, practical change, and long-term value.
Well, we serve Jesus first and foremost. He's our boss. And our market, I suppose, would be those who are accessing food banks and food kitchens and various missions across primarily New Brunswick. We also have food that goes down to Nova Scotia. Our clientele are children, seniors, and our partner in this is Feed New Brunswick. They have over 500 varying locations across New Brunswick that they provide our food through, along with all the other food that they manage. Our impact has been in the last, especially in the last 6 years. We've been at this for over 10 years now, but in the last 5-6 years, we've made, I think, a very material impact in the provision of fresh produce and to a certain extent protein for our food banks and communities here in New Brunswick. This year, for example, we'll grow, our official goal this year is to grow about 300,000 pounds of food, which is 100% donated back. We may actually go higher than that. We've had a very good start to our spring. Previous years, we've been tracking between 100 to 270,000 pounds per year. I think we're a very unique mission because we're, as far as I know, the only nonprofit farm in Canada doing this. There is actually another mission very similar to ours in the US. It does essentially the same model and a Christian organization. But I think that's where we're unique here. It is a farm, it's fully mechanized. There's a lot of complexities to farming. I come from a farm originally, so I had a little bit of background starting this up, but I think we're unique in terms of the challenges we face. We face weather, we face that, level of unpredictability, and we also face all the complexities that go with, operating a farm. And we have to do so much like any for-profit farm. We have to be efficient. We have to use the best practices available to us and according to the capital that we can raise for the equipment that we need. And yeah, so it's a unique mission, I think, in terms of when you look at all the missions out there serving the Lord and bringing hope and purpose to folks. So, a lot of stories with what has happened here with the farm, with whether it's volunteers who've come out who found, again, hope and purpose in their lives. One example a couple years ago was a young fellow that was contemplating taking his own life and saw a posting for volunteer work on the farm and came the next day and turned his life around. And there's been a lot of stories like that. We had a big community giveaway of food a few years ago, and there was a lot of people that came that really needed that food. And one lady in particular who was in tears because it was the only food she had that week. I think where I, started with this was in my journey of looking for increased purpose for the Lord. I was exposed to a soup kitchen, and this is about 15 years ago now. And I remember seeing a young family in the midst of a lot of, various homeless people. Something had gone wrong in their lives. I think they were probably living out of their car, and I remember the mom trying to feed the boy, and the dad, who was, fairly well dressed, but again, something had gone catastrophically wrong in their lives, was sitting there with this absolute look of shame. And that hit me very hard. And it wasn't long after that I kind of, the Lord brought me to what I could do, or what we could do as a mission to help mitigate that. Well, I think we're unique, as I said before, because we are a farm. We don't compete with our valued farmers across the region. We have a very niche market, if you will. I think our challenge is awareness. I think a lot of people nowadays don't understand farming as well. I think we still have a lot of people that, if they know about us and what we do, they kind of think we're doing a large garden with a couple, hoes and so forth. The reality is we're fully mechanized. We incur all of the same profile of expenses and challenges that any other farm has. And so I think, an opportunity like this is to get the awareness out of what we do, what it takes to produce what we produce for the Food Security Network. And if anything, at least participate with other great missions that are represented here today. So,
the story of 5,000 Farms is one of commitment, innovation, and impact. It's a reminder that community progress can take many forms, and that agriculture remains a powerful tool for change, development, and hope.